Welcome back to another Telltale Books video. I'm Greg, and I'm going to continue my Tom Godwin series now. Been a little while since I've done one of his. Well, not too long ago. I did the cold equations with Emily. Now I'm back to doing it by myself with his fifth published work from November of 1954, No Species Alone. And this was his first story that he did not sell to John Campbell. This story was published in Universe Science Fiction for November of 1954. Universe Science Fiction was a smaller science fiction magazine that popped up in the 50s, didn't last a whole long time, but did publish some good stories, including this one. And I have this story in the only collection of Tom Godwin's short work, The Cold Equations and Other Stories, that was published by Baen Books in the 1990s. So it's no longer in print. 2003, sorry. 2003. It's no longer in print. So you would have to find it used, but I kind of did a search. I mean, I bought this brand new in the bookstore when it came out. I did a search this afternoon and found that there are plenty of copies available of this book, only trade paperback. There's no hardcover. And it was going for a wide range of prices, but there were plenty of them that were under $30, even a lot of them that were under $20 in reasonable condition. So you can get a hold of this book fairly easily. And I didn't check this, but I would imagine Godwin's works are available as ebooks, including the whole Cold Equations and Other Stories is probably available as ebooks. I don't think they're in the public domain. I believe these are still copyrighted. And of course, there's the November 1954 issue of Universe Science Fiction magazine, if you can find a copy of that, which are also out there. I didn't purchase one because I didn't think to look for it with enough time to be able to get it before shooting this video. So I don't have a copy of that issue of the magazine. So basic synopsis. You have a man and his wife. They're in South America somewhere, in the wilderness, and they found, the guy does this for a living. He goes around and does the geology work to find deposits of uranium. And he found a good deposit of uranium in this area, wilderness in South America someplace. I don't think it really specified where in South America, just said South America. So they're out there by themselves with their cats. They have one adult cat that has 5 kittens. And the story starts out with a rattlesnake coming near their house, and the cats all surround the rattlesnake and start attacking it. And this is something I've heard. I believe this is absolute truth, that cats have such quick reflexes that a snake trying to strike it, like a rattlesnake, to try and kill the cat, and its venom would kill the cat, especially a kitten, but cats have such amazing speed in their reflexes that the snakes can't strike them. So instead, the cats scratch the heck out of the snake and kill the snake. So then the man, his name's Hart, he's walking to where he found the vein of uranium ore to do more research on it and add more data for his report. But as he's walking toward it, he's walking along a canyon, a path along the top of a canyon, and he sees, well, first he smells a snake. And when he sees it, this snake is like 18 feet long, and it's huge. and it has this weird thing strapped to its head, and it has these tiny little arms. And he knows this is no ordinary snake. And this snake can control minds. So this alien, it's an alien sent down by an alien from an alien spaceship on an expedition to determine the viability of conquering this planet, conquering the Earth. And so this alien snake comes down to Earth and tries to take over Hart's mind and get information. Hart resists and tries to fight the alien, but he's kind of losing the battle until his cats come along. Okay, and of course, beginning of the story, you see the ending coming a mile away. You know the cats are going to help him defeat this alien snake. You know the alien snake is going to be deathly afraid of cats, which is a little bit of a stretch, I think, but the strength of the story is that Tom Godwin realizes this and realizes he doesn't have a typical short story Twilight Zone-esque twist ending that's going to do anything but fall flat. So instead, he extends this out into a novel at length and focuses on, even though you know the outcome of the story, he focuses on all the tension of the battle. This becomes a very thrilling, very tense story of man against alien, cats against alien. How are they going to win? Just exactly what's going to happen to get Hart and his cats out of this situation, and who's who's all going to suffer from this. I don't feel this one makes top tail status, which I think that makes it only the second of the 5 stories that I'm not elevating to top tail, but it's a really good story because Tom Godwin saw that his basic premise was kind of laughable and could have been too and it was going to be kind of predictable. And so he doesn't have the surprise of the twist ending here. And so instead, he focused on the battle. It's not about you. You know where this story is going to end up. Reading the story is all about how you're going to get there, and that's the enjoyment of how you get to that ending that you know is coming. And he does a brilliant job of it. This guy is. I wish he would have written more, and I wish he would have a far stronger reputation today because he's really better than most of the other science fiction writers of this time, 1954. He's doing some amazing writing. Very, very good, very intelligent writing. You got good characters, you got strong plots. Most of his other stories have really interesting premises. This one had what could have been a really weak premise, but he knows it and he makes it work. Oh my God, this is a writer. This is a real writer. He knows what he's doing. He can take something that in somebody else's hands would have fallen totally flat, and he made it really good. Not great, but this is really good. So I recommend this to, well, anybody that likes cats and anybody that likes 1950s classic science fiction, and really anybody that likes good science fiction. This is worth it. It's worth your time to read this story. Track it down, get a copy of The Cold Equations and Others, or a copy of the November 1954 Universe Science Fiction magazine and read this story. It's good. Whatever you're thinking about this story, put your comments in the comments section of the video for all of us to enjoy. Let me know what you think about No Species Alone. If you have knowledge of Tom Godwin, stories, anecdotes about this author, I don't have any of that information. I'd love to hear it. Let's put that in the comments also. And hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Come on back for more Tom Godwin. The next one is going to be You Created Us. That's just a short story. Come back and join me for that and all the other stories and authors that I talk about here on Telltale Books.